Hold on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful day. It is particularly a beautiful day for football. After a delay, a wait, we are finally back. The Concordia University Chicago Cougars today open the football season here in the spring of 2021, taking on the Benedictine University Eagles. Thanks so much for joining us on the broadcast today. Alongside Carter Gledhill, I'm Alex Campbell. And Carter, I know we've been waiting for this all year. The fans here at Concordia Stadium have been as well, and I'm sure the players cannot wait to get going.
Yeah, I mean, this is exciting times here. I mean, it's been a while since we've had football here, and this is spring football, and that's what's important right now.
Spring football, a little different, a shortened schedule, and we are excited here to finally have this underway. The captains are at the midfield. Concordia is going to receive it looks like Benedictine, will receive the opening kick. Concordia will kick off from left to right, and here come the Cougars.
Cougar last year finished 5-5, 3-4 in conference, led by second-year head coach Jason Aubrey. And I think, Alex, the biggest thing that we're going to see today, is you're going to see a young Cougars team, not as big in numbers as we've seen before, but there's going to be some chance for some young star power to prove themselves against a tough Benedictine Eagles team.
Plenty of youth at the skill positions in particular on this Cougars team. Returning, though, to the fold is junior quarterback Jordan Sepulveda, and Carter, he's going to be looking to make a big impact on his return here to Concordia Stadium.
Yeah, he's coming back after transferring away last season, but hey, this is going to be really big for Sepulveda because partially is he's a dual threat quarterback. Sitting down with Coach Aubrey yesterday, he told me that he can do everything basically. Last time he threw on the maroon and gold for the Cougars was in 2018, and the last game he ran for 200 yards against the same Benedictine Eagles team. So this is a really important game for him because they need to set the tempo on offense in order for their defense to work for them.
Jordan, in his freshman year here at CUC, played in 10 games, threw for over 1,000 yards, and rushed for 222. And Carter, you mentioned a huge chunk of that was in a game against these Eagles. You mentioned, though, there's going to be a lot of youth, especially at the offensive skill positions, but two areas where we should look for senior leadership from today are the offensive line and the defensive secondary.
Yeah, we're going to see offensive line is going to be huge. That was one of the struggles last year that we saw a little bit for the Cougars, especially with the freshman quarterback, with Jackson Aubrey in there, who's not going to be starting, was that they're having a hard time containing the pressure in the pocket, and that can be difficult at times. But now you have a more experienced line. You're returning everybody, and that's going to be huge in the long term, especially when you have a veteran back behind the pocket.
You can hear the crowd cheering. And getting ready for the opening kickoff is number 22, Nicholas Pazzett, actually the goalkeeper on the men's soccer team here at Concordia. He's been drafted in as the fill-in kicker this year. We might also see Andrew Lechuga from soccer, but we are about to get underway. Pazzett has teed it up, and he'll kick it off. We are underway. To return here, number 0, DeAndre Holiday. Holiday fielding at his own 12. Holiday to the right, up the right sideline, and he's taken down around his own 31-yard line, and that is where Benedictine will begin their opening drive. And Carter, kickoff's going to be big situations today. Benedictine averaged 50 yards per kick return last season. That's really something that's got to get cleaned up.
Well, special teams, it may not be the offense or defense, but it really does set the tone in a game like this. And when you know you're going up against a firepower team like the Eagles, you need to set yourself up in the best position possible. So you see there with Pursuit, he kicked it to a certain side of the hash, and they're going to converge on that one area and make sure they just swarm.
I should correct, it was 50 yards per kickoff return in the game against the Cougars, not overall in the season. In it, quarterback is number 7, Tyler Jarnigan. Jarnigan, a quick throw to his left for Holiday on a screen. Holiday's got a first down and more down the near sideline to the 48-yard line. First down on the opening play of the season offensively for Benedictine.
And that's just a really quick screen out of trips to the left side. One thing you might see is offense start off with, everybody's manned up on the blocking scheme, and there was no extra help for the Cougars in the secondary to get the ball and to stop the first down.
Jarnigan, a junior quarterback, against the Cougars last year, threw for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he'll be looking to follow up that performance today. 2 yards short of midfield, 1st and 10 for Benedictine in the all-white, going right to left in the opening quarter. Tight end in motion, left to right. Jarnigan is back to pass. Looking right, he'll find his tight end, and that is number 13, Alex Lopez, who shakes off a couple tackles. He's got a first down and more, and it's 2 passes and 2 big gains to start things for the Eagles.
Great concept there by the Eagles. You had 2 slant routes coming across the middle, and then you had the motion guy going out into the flat. Easy pickup there when you're in man-to-man defense.
We mentioned the Cougars veterans in the secondary, but lots of youth up front and in the linebacking core.
One guy you might want to look out for at the Cougars, number 97, Julian Ramirez, one of the leaders on this defense, lots of sacks and brings the pressure.
A fake to Holiday, and Jarnigan takes it himself. He'll pick up about 2 yards, bring up second down. Jarnigan showing that he's going to be a running threat today as well. It is a picture-perfect day here in River Forest. Temperatures inching up around 50 degrees, blue skies, full sun, a great day for football. And Carter, you can almost convince yourself that it's actually September and we're settling into the normal season.
Hey, I mean, anything is good football weather, and that's right. It's a beautiful day here at Concordia, and I'm just happy to be up here with you, get some football back into this.
Absolutely. Concordia looking to make a stand here defensively as Benedictine now in Cougars territory. Second down, 8 yards to go. A fake on the handoff again, and it's again Holiday on the near side on the screen. A nice couple moves, and Holiday has a first down across the 20-yard line.
That was just a quick RPO option there. You see the corner is vacating the area to the left side of the sideline. Nice little flick out pass there. And again, it's this one-on-one blocking scheme that we're going to be seeing on the left side in these quick passes that the Cougars need to shed the blocker and make that tackle in the open field.
The top 2 running backs and top 4 receivers on this roster on the depth chart for the Eagles, all new this year, including Holiday, a true freshman who has already caught 3 passes early on here today. First and 10 for Benedictine. Just inside the red zone. Jarnigan will hand it off this time, and eaten up at the line of scrimmage, going nowhere, is Darius Rainey. Big play there by the Cougars front, including Tyler Dudley, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And you see there, that's one of those things Coach Watkins loves to do is bring the pressure. And when you're getting beat like that and you have to stop the run, you're going to bring a little heat. And Tyler Dudley is that leader you're going to see on the defensive side that's going to be the Mike linebacker and the critical part for the Cougars.
Dudley directing traffic here for his defense. You mentioned Ramirez. He was in on that tackle as well. Jarnigan has it opened up. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 5 wide. Jarnigan back to pass, looking for another screen. He's got Holiday again. Holiday's around the outside and charging down inside the 10. He'll be near a first down. And the referee signaled to wave those chains forward. It's another first down. It will be first and goal now for Benedictine. Pressure time, first time this season now for the Cougars D.
And this is really critical here for the Cougars. They struggled in the red zone a lot. 81% of the time the opponent converted or scored in the red zone. Last time they played Benedictine, 7 for 7 were the Eagles. So this is one mention that Coach Watkins and I talked about yesterday that they need to improve in order to give themselves a chance.
Benedictine's going to stick to the spread but be a little more compact. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, both on the left side of the line, 1 split back. Jarnigan with a running back on his hip. Jarnigan will fake the handoff, looking to throw. Option wasn't there, over the middle to the end zone. It's a touchdown. The first touchdown of the season for Benedictine. Jarnigan to Alex Lopez for 6.
And that's the one thing that you see from the Eagles is that they were pounding the ball on the running game the entire time. So the Cougars were playing with the heavy front, trying to defend the run, and then all it took was just the receiver going through the backside and going out to the back corner of the end zone for an easy score.
Jarnigan's first option wasn't there. For a minute, it looked like the Cougars had them right where they wanted them, but instead it is a touchdown for Benedictine. On for the extra point is number 11, Tanner Matus, left-footed kicker, and another true freshman. This is a very young Benedictine team. Matus is up, and it is good. And with 11:09 to go here in the first quarter, Benedictine has driven down the field to open things up. They lead 7-0. Cougars get the ball on offense for the first time this season after this break. Stadium. Alex Campbell and Carter Gledhill with you today for Cougars football. And Carter, now the CUC offense is going to be looking to respond to that solid opening drive from the Eagles.
Yeah, Cougars really need a big stop, get a score here. If you're the Cougars, again, that was way too easy if you're the Eagles for Benedictine. Just drove down the field, and there wasn't really any powerful plays, just a couple short option passes and RPOs to get into the end zone.
Kick is away. Back to return kick is muffed, but then collected. Cougars running it back across the 20. Nice return here over the 30-yard line. That's number 14, Samaj James. Leading receiver last season, James, for the Cougars, with a solid return there to set his offense up just outside the 30-yard line.
And he's got to make plays today for the Cougars if they want to win. That's one thing Coach Aubrey mentioned yesterday, is that he's the guy. There's no one guy on the offense that they like to favor as much. They try to spread it around equal wealth to everybody. But if there's one guy on this team that needs to make the plays and be clutch in a situation, they're going to look to number 14 to make those plays.
James with 30 receptions for just shy of 350 yards last season. Sepulveda in the shotgun at quarterback for the Cougars. Sepulveda will hand it off and up the middle, and turning into traffic goes number 25, Rodney McCaskill on the carry. Short gain there for the Cougars. Cougars will set up 2nd down and 9. Sepulveda again in the shotgun. In motion right to left goes Tyree McKinney. Sepulveda will fake the handoff. He'll sling it out to the right. He's got his first completion, and down the far sideline goes Jared Josue. And Josue makes his first catch of the season and is forced out of bounds. That's a Cougars first down.
Really easy, simple rhythm to get into. If you're an offense, we got a new quarterback in there, got a lot of young talent. Easy thing to do is run a simple play like that. And as you can see, the Cougars have a lot of speed threats. They got a lot of guys that can burst in the open field. And if you give them the ball and the opportunity to do so, they can do just that.
We'll get an update for you. We don't have a number 44 listed on offense in at running back on those last couple plays. Now it is Rodney McCaskill, who is now in the backfield, the junior. Sepulveda again in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left, And now forced wide is McCaskill all the way to the near side. Sepulveda, empty set. Back to pass, looking quickly across the middle, looking for number 14, Samaj James on the slant route. Passes incomplete. That will bring up 4th down for the Cougars, who after 1 first down have gone 3 and out. Excuse me, maybe, and that's my mistake. I thought they gave the first down on that earlier play to Josue, but forced out of bounds earlier than we believed. Into punt is Pursuit. He gets it away, and it takes a Benedictine roll, and the Cougars will pounce on it at the Benedictine 38-yard line, and that is where the Eagles will begin their second drive. The Eagles defense gets a stand. Their offense going back to work. Coming up next. Eagles offense back on the field and back to work will go Tyler Jarnigan in the shotgun. Jarnigan handing off out of the backfield. This is Darius Rainey, and Rainey picks up 1 or 2 on the first down carry over the right tackle.
And you could see there they had a lead blocker coming in from the lead back, but Tyler Dudley, again, linebacker, has the eyes in the backfield, wasn't fooled, saw where the polar was going, and then split into the gap. Again, that's what the Cougars need, is they can control what happens between the 1-2 yard line at the line of scrimmage. They're just fine.
2nd down and 9 upcoming for the Eagles, who won convincingly at home against the Cougars last year, a game that ended 44-0, so a result that CUC is certainly looking to improve on today. Jarnigan back to pass, throws out in the flat to the left, and he's got a completion. Will be short of a first down on the catch. That's number 16, Owen Capel.
So we're already starting to see the Eagles. Again, they're not doing these 5-step dropbacks. They're going one drop back in the shotgun. They're going to look to the quick receiver side because that's one of the things that you can do when you get a team that's going to play you back a little bit more is you can find the little short zones, get those 5 yards, and just chunk away and get that first down. Sets up 3rd and short here.
3rd down and 2 upcoming. Jarnigan again in the shotgun. He's got Rainey on his right hip. The split back is Senericha. And going backwards, that's a big play by the Cougars defense. And number 97, Julian Ramirez, who drops Rainey for a big loss. And Carter, you spotlighted him in the pregame. That's a big play there from the sophomore.
I mean, again, that guy, he's a big dude, played 1 year of high school football, and then he comes here, and they're throwing him on the D-line. And again, as a true freshman last year, he actually led the nation in sacks across all divisions. And this guy right here, again, Coach Watkins couldn't talk highly of him and his ability to be speedy, and yet he's so strong, and he's able to get through these linemen.
And so the Eagles will be punting away for the first time today. Matus, in addition to kicking the extra points, also into punt. Excuse me, no, that's the backup quarterback, Nathan Rillo, into punt. And that's an excellent kick. It's going to roll all the way down inside the Cougars 15. It'll be down at the 13. And that's an excellent play in the field position battle from the Eagles. Cougars will be backed up a bit, looking to improve here on their second drive. We'll stay right here. And Carter, after we saw that opening 3 and out from the Cougars, what are you hoping to see differently on this second drive?
I think they just got to find their rhythm. Again, the Eagles pressured them up front at the offensive line. We've talked about the veteran strength that they do have up there. Use that to your advantage. I mean, you don't have Lance Moise, so you can't dominate in the run game as much. But again, you can still use those same concepts if you're able to pick up pace a little bit more and find a good rhythm on the offensive side.
4 wide receivers, 2 each side, and in the backfield is number 25, Rodney McCaskill Jr. with Jordan Sepulveda. Sepulveda dropping back to pass, looking left, and that's a catch completed on the far side and out of bounds just past the 20-yard line are the Cougars. That's number 4, Tyree McKinney.
And that's a great throw there by Sepulveda. He saw the drop back there, and that's a tight throw too. Had a defender in his back pocket and just fitted in through a tight window. And again, that's going to be one throw that it's a difficult throw to make, but again, this is something that you need to do because the Cougars struggled last year in the passing game.
Sepulveda spent last season at St. Thomas University down in South Florida, near his hometown. Plenty of energy coming from this Cougars crowd today. Sepulveda, empty backfield, 4 wide receivers to the right, and he'll swing it over there. First catch of the year for number 80, Dylan Davis, and he breaks a few tackles, and he's got a Cougars first down.
And you see there they motion over to a quad formation. Again, quick screen outside. And then again, the speed that you see from these wide receivers, he was able to shed a block, and he was able to avoid a defender too and pick up that gain along the sideline. 2
plays, 2 first downs. Carter, when you're talking about getting into a rhythm, this is more of what we want to see.
Yeah, again, and the Cougars right now, they're just being calm. They're staying cool. They're not worried about right now all the other stuff that's going on with the Eagles. Again, the Eagles haven't really changed up what they're doing right now. They only got 3 linemen down, and then they got 3 linebackers back.
Davis in motion right to left. Sepulveda will fake the handoff and go himself. Swallowed up by the Eagles defense, but he does pick up 1 or 2 on the first down quarterback keeper.
And you can see the Cougars are going to try to do that RPO option as well. And again, the option right there, they can use that speed now with Sepulveda a little bit more, and they can exploit the Eagles, again, if they over pursue and find those backside gaps.
Sepulveda in the backfield, Rodney McCaskill Jr., the running back to his right. 2 wide receivers split to each side. In motion, this is McKinney, left to right. Sepulveda will hand it off. McCaskill Jr. up the middle, and he'll get 1 or 2 more, which will set up 3rd and about 5 for CUC at their own 40. Subbing out of the game goes McCaskill Jr., and back in comes Juan Uria.
Uria was one of the guys that the Cougars turned to last year when Moise was out with the injuries. He had some big games, so he is another explosive weapon that the Cougars have, and they can exploit if they get him into the open field. But again, offensive line's got to create those gaps, and right now the Eagles are winning at the line.
Three wide receivers, two right, one left, a tight end just on the left side of the line. Eagles thought the Cougars jumped, no flag coming. McKinney in motion right to left. Sepulveda will fake the handoff and throw quick over the middle, and it's through the hands of Aria. And some Cougars fans wanted a flag. They're not going to get one, but it's now decision time for the Cougars, and they will punt.
And that's a dangerous pass right there. I mean, we always talk about receivers coming across the middle, and you see a safety, one high safety, just waiting back there for that same opportunity, and that's what you're there for. You know that you got the middle of the field open. Sepulveda sees it, and he throws it open. But, again, that safety came down and cracked the Cougar receiver very hard.
Nicholas Pursuit into punt, standing at his own 26. Pursuit gets the punt away. Nice high arcing kick. Will land around the 37 and take a Concordia bounce, and it's going to go all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And one good punt answered with another. Pursuit downs it inside the 20, and Benedictine will start at their own 19-yard line on their next offensive drive. First down and 10 from their own 19 for the Eagles. Three wide receivers left. Here for Jarnigan. He'll roll and toss it, and working his way around the outside is Darius Rainey. And on the first down carry, he'll pick up 2. So far, Carter, we've seen the Cougars do a pretty good job containing the Eagles' run game. It's in the passing game where the defense has to tighten up a bit.
Yeah, again, it starts with Julian Ramirez on the corner. And, again, having the defensive ends that they have right now, that is a big advantage that the Cougars have. If you're able to contain that, and we saw there, even though they were able to get the ball outside of the pitch, Ramirez was still able to move over and chase down the running back and actually get in a half tackle there.
Second down, 6 to go. Giving him some forward progress there. Jarnigan back to pass, under pressure, forced to roll out to his right. Jarnigan still on the run, will heave one downfield, looking way down the sidelines and making the catch is number 11, Josh Ruiz. What a throw, by far the biggest play of the day for either team, as the Cougars just get beat deep there, And Carter, that's just a good heads-up play by Ruiz, locating that ball and coming back to make the catch.
Well, you see, that's one thing in the game. They flushed him out of the pocket, and then Delani was out there one-on-one with the receiver, but he didn't turn his head back, and he couldn't see the ball, and that's why you were able to see Ruiz come around and make that catch.
Quick screen. It's Ruiz again, sheds one tackle. But then bringing him down on the far side is number 9 for the Cougars. That's Erica Molina, sophomore linebacker. Jarnigan again in the shotgun. Running back in the backfield, alongside. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Handoff is up the middle, and scooting for a yard or 2 is number 30 for Benedictine. That's Greg Horde on the carry. Second down and 6 for Benedictine. As we tick down to just over a minute remaining here in the first quarter, Eagles lead 7-0. Cougars think they might have an extra man on the field, and now there's going to be a timeout taken by CUC. They're not sure. They'll take a moment to talk it over. It'll be third down when we come back from this break late in the first quarter. It's the Eagles by 7. out of the timeout. 3rd down and 3. Big play here late in the first quarter. Tyler Jarnigan back in the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. Jarnigan looking short, and the pass is off the hands and incomplete. Alex Lopez, the intended target. Now it's a decision to be made for Benedictine, but it looks like they're going to go for this.
I would too. I mean, it's 4th and 3. You're short, and you've obviously seen the Cougars haven't been able to move the ball as well. You've been able to get them off the field twice, and you're in territory right now. Why wouldn't you?
The Eagles last season, 43% when they went for it on 4th down. 4th down and 3 at the Cougars 26. Jarnigan sends a man in motion. Back to pass. Jarnigan rolling to the left. Will dump it short. Rainey running for the first down, and he's got it inside the 20.
And you see there, the Cougars packed the box, and they brought the blitz, and they had the free man come over. But when you do that, you got to make sure you have manned up on the outside, and all it took was just a little flare out into a bubble screen, and it was an easy 4th down conversion for the Eagles.
Eagles continuing to spread it out. They've got trips to the right at the moment. One right receiver split to the left. Jarnigan back to pass. Looked off one man. Jarnigan had open options. Dumps it off short. He avoids the intentional grounding, I think. Rainey was in the area, but excellent pressure as there's 4 Cougars in the backfield.
And that was a coverage sack right there because you see he was dead-eye looking at the trips bunch, and that entire time he was looking for the deep flare into the back corner. And that was a great play by the Cougars secondary to force that incompletion.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter. The Eagles lead 7-0. Cougars defense looking to keep them off the board further. You're watching CUC football. To begin the second quarter, it is 2nd down and 10 to go here for the Eagles on the edge of the red zone. Got a Wildcat quarterback in there, and running straight up the middle is number 3, Nathan Rillo. He's the backup quarterback. It's the first time we've seen him take the snap today. And we've got a whistle. Not sure what the stoppage was there for. The referee blew his whistle and put his arms straight out. So that is now the end of the first quarter. So apparently there was a clock update we weren't aware of. So that ends the first quarter, and they're going to change ends. We'll take another quick break, and we'll be right back with the second quarter here from Concordia Stadium. Second quarter now about to start. We have flipped the field, and Benedictine goes left to right. 3rd down and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Remember last red zone trip the Eagles had, they scored with ease. And so, again, this is a huge opportunity if you're the Cougars to get a stop when it's 3rd and 9.
5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left for Jarnigan in the shotgun. Jarnigan back to pass, looking right. It's a quick throw for Holiday. He's got blockers, but he's taken down. He's not going to get to the sticks. A big stop for the Cougars defense. Number 97, Julian Ramirez, almost snagging him on a midair to swing him to the ground and bring up 4th down.
And that was one of those design plays where they just had a receiver come out and go under, and they had the line go up. But again, a great play there by the Cougars. And then Earl McIntyre came in as well and made a nice play.
And they're going to go for it again on 4th down here, Benedictine. Second time on this drive. They converted the last one. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Darius Rainey is the running back in the backfield with Tyler Jarnigan. Jarnigan back to pass, looking left. Jarnigan looking right. He's in trouble. Jarnigan rolling. He's going to take it himself. Jarnigan for the corner. He's got the first down. He's looking for the end zone, and the Cougars bring him down just short. So a bit of a broken play there, and he's able to escape the pocket under good pressure again from the Cougars, just not able to get to the quarterback. First down, Benedictine's going to be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. First and goal at the 1. Jarnigan in the shotgun, in the pistol. 2 men in the backfield with him. Jarnigan will give the handoff right up the middle, and it's a touchdown. Number 1, Darius Rainey is in for 6. As they extend their lead to 13-0 now, Benedictine. And Carter, you talked about them scoring with ease. Once they got down to the 1-yard line, it didn't take much of a push for the Eagles to get into the end zone.
Again, they had their opportunity, and it was just a scramble play on that last 4th down. And it set up easy shop right there for the Eagles. Cougars got to find an answer fast so this game could get out of hand.
In for the extra point, number 11, Tanner Matus. And we've got movement. The kick is good, but a false start's going to back up the Eagles 5 yards. We will redo the extra point. Matus will give it another go. Freshman kicker. Matus's extra point is up, and it is good. So with 13:35 to go in the second quarter, it is 14-0 Eagles. CUC offense coming back on the field looking for a response. The backup quarterback, Nathan Rillo, that's number 39, not number 3. That's Andrew Solomon, another freshman on the special teams crew. Solomon to kick it away here with a 14-0 lead for Benedictine. Kick is away. Bit of a short kick, fielded at the 20. Cougars on the return to the right, and they'll make it to about the 28-yard line on the return. That was number 5 for the Cougars. That's Nate Bailey, senior defensive back. He's a senior, but this is his first game for the Cougars. So Nate Bailey, an up man there on this kick return, getting an opportunity to run with the ball. Cougars back in the field here in Carter. That second drive, they got a couple of first downs, but when you look at the scoreboard, 14-0 here in the second quarter, this feels like a drive where the Cougars need to get some points.
They need to, and what happened was on that last drive, they had the first couple plays where they were able to pick up 2 first downs, but then they kind of stalled once they got over their 40-yard line. So you got to put everything, you got to put 2 and 2 together, and the Cougars have a chance here. They have the scheme that works, but they just need to string a complete drive together.
Sepulveda with running backs either side of him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, in the shotgun. Sepulveda, back to pass, straight drop. We'll swing it out to the left side, and he's overthrown Urea, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And that's one of those plays the Cougars need to convert on. You had a lot of time there. It was open. You had a running back going out into the flat on that little bubble out. And you got to make that play if you're Sepulveda. And you got to make that because that is what gets you to the 2nd and short and sets up the drive.
Because as soon as you get yourself into 3rd and long situations, especially in your own territory, situations offenses want to avoid. Sepulveda in the shotgun as usual. He's got 4 wide receivers, 2 each side. Urea in the backfield to his left. In motion goes McKinney. Sepulveda back to pass, will swing it to McKinney, makes the catch on his fingertips, but is swarmed by the Eagles defense, and he's dropped for a loss on the far side. And we've got a player down for the Eagles, so we're going to have an injury timeout here. We're going to take a quick break here at Concordia Stadium. Cougars 3rd down, big play coming up next. So the injured Eagle has been helped off the field. We wish him all the best. Couldn't quite see who it was, but out of that, it is 3rd and 12 for the Cougars, from their own 25. 13 minutes to go here in the opening half. Sepulveda back to pass, stepping up, looking long over the middle, and he's got a big play. It's a catch by number 80, Dylan Davis. Biggest play of the day for the Cougars, and a 1st down near midfield.
Cougars put the tray option onto the left side with trips, and then they had one-on-one on the back side, and you can see Sepulveda saw that and hit a dart, and that's exactly what you need to do in that situation. And that's one of those big plays that can get an offense going, is a 3rd down conversion like that.
Maybe just the spark the Cougars need. First down at their own 49-yard line. Sepulveda, 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Urea in the backfield is the halfback. Sepulveda will hand off. Urea, right tackle, runs into a bit of a wall. Maybe got a yard, but that's about it on the first down carry. Second down and 9. 5 wide receivers, 3 right, 2 left. Sepulveda in the shotgun. Man in motion. Will fake the handoff. No, he will hand it to Davis, but he's not going to get far, and he'll be dropped for a loss of 2. That'll bring up 3rd and long. And Carter, they converted their last 3rd and long, but it's another high-pressure situation here for the Cougars.
Well, the one thing that we've been seeing from the Eagles is that they've been able to have a defensive back come down in the flat pretty fast. So when they were able to see the jet motion coming to the left side, Eagles just shot one of their DBs down, and he was able to come back there. Didn't make the tackle in the backfield, but that little stall that we saw in that jet sweep allowed the linebackers and the linemen to come over and help out with that tackle.
On that last 3rd and long, it was a big pass to Dylan Davis. The referee is going to be kind there and give him forward progress. So it is 3rd and 10 as Sepulveda looks over to the sideline. Some confusion for CUC. They will take their second timeout of the half. 3rd and long from midfield is coming up next. You're watching Cougars football. .11:03 to go here in the second quarter. Alex Campbell and Carter Gledhill with you here for Cougars football, opening day of the spring season here in River Forest. A beautiful day it is. Cougars looking to convert a 3rd down and 10. Sepulveda has trips to the right. He's back to pass. This pass is deflected out of midair. The play made by number 2, Denzel Simmon, but Sepulveda went down. Cougars want a flag. I don't see one. It will be 4th down, and the Cougars will punt.
And that was a great stand there by the Eagles. After giving up that big third and long conversion, you were able to go 1, 2, 3 and get your offense is coming back onto the field again.
Pazut is back into punt. Back to receive for Benedictine is DeAndre Holiday. Holiday standing at his own 20. Pazut fumbled the snap, but able to get the punt away, and it's a great punt at that. And it will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Benedictine will start at their own 20-yard line. So, Carter, we've talked a little bit about the struggles we've seen from the offense. The defense, it's been a little hit or miss. If you're looking to make adjustments, if you're the Cougars coaching staff, just trying to slow down this attack that Tyler Jarnigan has been leading, what are you looking for? I mean, it's a lot of spread offense. It's a very similar setup to what the Cougars run.
Yeah, very similar offense to the Cougars in some sorts, but also, too, the defensive line is one thing that the Cougars talked about strength-wise. And we were able to see the pressure that they brought. We've seen that the Eagles were having a difficulty in their pass game. Right now, the Eagles are controlling the offensive line to some extent, allowing just enough time for Jarnigan to step back in the pocket and make the throws that he has. But the defensive backs, too, that was one weak area a little bit, and they got to improve on that.
Jarnigan is looking long again. He's got 2 men down there, and we've got a flag thrown. But wide open is Alex Lopez. He's going to go all the way, but the referees are actually going to blow this play dead. My guess is it's going to be a penalty on Benedictine, and they're not going to bother letting Lopez make it all the way to the end zone, just in case.
Well, what the weird thing about that was there were 2 white jerseys in that area, but only 1 maroon, so I'm assuming there might have been some confusion either from the Cougars or there might have been an illegal pick. We might see some offensive pass interference, but again, they're bringing this back. It's most likely against the Eagles.
And the Cougars getting bailed out there because, as you mentioned, it was a 2-on-1 down this near side. Lopez was wide open. Cougars are looking for an explanation as to what the flag is. Conversation ongoing here on the sidelines.
Again, I've never seen a penalty, though, cause a play to be stopped
Yeah,
mid-game.
normally to be safe, you let the play go out. You would let Lopez go into the end zone. Well, now Benedictine's going to be furious. The chains are being moved forward, which indicates it's a penalty on the Cougars. And if that's the case, the whistle should have never gone, and it should be a touchdown for the Eagles.
Very interested to see what's going to come out of both conversations here.
Benedictine, though, their coach, is out on the field and up in arms, and that's very understandable. His team just had 6 points taken off the board for a penalty it appears they did not commit. We still don't have a signal from the referee about what this penalty is. And we're not going to get one. I'm stunned. So the play was stopped as if it's never happened, and the only explanation I have is that perhaps the touchback rule has it out to the 35 now rather than the 25. So I think that's what we're going with. It's a bad ball placement. But going down in the backfield after some fighting, Jarnigan is swallowed by the Cougars. Now they're back at the 25, and we'll start things again. It'll be first, second, and maybe 20 for the Eagles. Huge play by the Cougars defense.
Again, able to get that pressure that we see, and it's those opportunities if the Cougars can bring the pressure, as we talked about, that Coach Watkins likes to do. It allows the D-line, as we've mentioned, to make some plays and get free opportunities on the quarterback. And the Cougars need a little bit more of that. And now this is an opportunity here. If you're the Cougars, you have to stop them here because this is a second and very, very long. And you have an opportunity to keep pinning the Eagles deep in their territory.
Second down and 19 from their own 26. Jarnigan will throw out to his left. He's got a man, and making the catch, rolling out of bounds, is Josh Ruiz.
Take what you give them. And Jarnigan saw that. The Cougars were playing off coverage, just letting everything under them play out, and now they're going to have to play third down defense, about 3rd and 9 here. But again, that's exactly what you wanted to do if you're the Eagles. Just get back a chunk of yardage and get ready to set up shop for a 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10 for the Eagles. Jarnigan with 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. The H-back in motion is Lopez, out to his right. Jarnigan, back to pass, looking long, will throw deep over the middle downfield. An excellent defense there to break up the pass by number 39 for the Cougars. Unfortunately, don't have number 39 on my roster, but that's a great defensive play downfield to, I think, just get a fingertip on it and knock it away from Ruiz.
Well, again, there was a height disadvantage there. When you have a guy like Ruiz with a lot of speed going up the middle of the field, he had the opportunity, beat the DB, but he just seemed like he dropped it because of that little tip that we saw.
Eagles in punt formation. They will get the kick away. Not a great punt, but it will take an Eagles roll. And it will go all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It will be downed at the 26, and that is where the Cougars will take over. 9:32 to go here in the second quarter. Still only a 2-possession game. Big drive upcoming for CUC.
Cougars setting up shop here, spread formation. Sepulveda started out to the bottom field, and good move by the Cougars. And again, a quick screen to get a first down.
So a good opening play there. And Carter, we saw them string a couple passes together earlier in this game. They got back-to-back first downs on a drive before stalling. And that's what they need right here. They need chunk plays right now.
Yeah, chunk plays and the opportunity here and a good first down play. But the Cougars need to string a couple more together.
Sepulveda's got 2 wide receivers each side. In the backfield is Juan Uria. Sepulveda, quick throw, fakes the throw to the left. It was a broken play. It wasn't there. And Sepulveda's going to get something, a yard or two out of it. And I think just a miscommunication there on the offensive side for the Cougars. And another injured player is down for Benedictine. Clock is stopped once again. We're going to have another injury timeout here at Concordia Stadium. Again, hopefully the Eagles' defensive player is okay. 8:50 to go here in the second quarter, and the Eagles lead by 14. So all our best to Ahmed Arain, the defender for the Eagles, helped to the sideline, able to leave the field under his own power, which is always good to see. Out of that, second down and 8 for the Cougars at their own 46-yard line. Sepulveda with a running back to his right, 2 wide receivers each side. Sepulveda will hand it to Uria, looking to go left tackle, swarmed by a few different Eagles. First to get there was number 24, Chris Williams.
And Williams, just the opportunity there. He's a DB, but you saw him shoot down. He was playing inside the box for that reason. And then a good play there. We also saw 2 more white jerseys come out on the tackle.
So it'll be 3rd and 7. 3rd or 7, 3rd and 8 coming up for the Cougars. And Carter, we've seen them be in a few of these 3rd and long scenarios before. We've seen a couple failed attempts. We've also seen a long play to Dylan Davis. A huge down here in the first half. Every drive's important, but the Cougars know that eventually time will run out on these opportunities. Sepulveda back to pass, looking long over the middle, and it's just too long for Davis. Sepulveda hit as he threw, and that will bring up 4th down and a punting situation for CUC.
Well, Alex, as you mentioned before, the Cougars aren't helping themselves right now in these 3rd and long situations. That's why they've struggled all day so far on the 3rd down, besides that one play that we saw in the last drive. But again, the pressure that the Eagles are bringing right now is getting to Sepulveda, and it's really causing him to hurry up some of these throws, not set his feet, and hit an open receiver.
Pazut is back into punt. Pazut sending it away. And that kick will bounce around the 20 and take a CUC bounce. It will roll down to the 15-yard line and be downed. There were some shouts from the CUC sideline that BU had 12 men on the field. No flags, though, are down, so we will proceed. It'll be Benedictine 1st and 10 from their own 14. But if anyone's had a good day so far for CUC, it's Nicholas Pazut, who's done his part in helping the Cougars try to win the field position battle.
I mean, you can do that, and, playing in his first collegiate football game, signed to the squad this week from the soccer squad as the goalie. And, goalies decently have a good leg. As you know, Alex, you follow a lot of soccer.
I do.
But he's been doing a good job so far of just pinning the ball deep. He's not trying to boom it out there.
Jarnigan throwing to his left, and he's got his man yet again on the far sideline. That's number 11, Josh Ruiz. Ruiz, the favorite target so far in the passing game. Another one of those quick outs to the left. We've seen them run that play on a few first downs.
Again, it's a great opportunity to set up, shorten up the drive. You get half the yardage, chunk it down, 5 yards easy for Ruiz on that one. And again, if the Eagles are able to do that and just keep away and chipping down, I mean, they could go for a very long drive here.
7:25 to go here in the second quarter. Benedictine leads 14-0 here at Concordia Stadium. It's a quick screen pass out to the right. Holiday hauls it in, and he'll pick up a few yards on the second down throw. And the referees will wave to move the chains. It's a first down through the air yet again for the Eagles.
Well, Mark Hogan was out there, and he was the first defender for the Cougars taking on a man blocker, forced it inside, and that was able to get Dudley coming back from the linebacking position. But again, Eagles are doing a good job of just finding quick plays. The only deep ball that we've seen these guys take was that one play that was blown dead, and then also the third down shot to Ruiz in the attempt with the 3 streaks going down the middle.
Jarnigan will hand it off right up the middle, going nowhere. The Cougars' defensive line swallowing up the runner. Julian Ramirez in there again, making a big play, blowing that run up before it got started.
I mean, he's got so much speed, but at the same time, too, that was from the opposite side he was able. So he was staying tight to the line. He wasn't going upfield. He was staying horizontal. And again, that's the one thing that the Cougars need is a guy like Ramirez just to be in the middle of everything and to do something like that on the line.
It's a loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12 for the Eagles. Man in motion to the right side of the line. That's number 13, Lopez. Now in motion goes Holiday. End around, and he'll pick up a couple yards. And it'll be still 3rd and long as, again, the Cougars defense continues to put up a strong fight in the running game. Subbing in there is Timothy Ray for the defense. Taking his spot on the defensive line, replacing Jeremiah Glenn. 3rd down and 9. Can the Cougars defense get back-to-back stops here? Keep this at a 2-score game and give their offense plenty of time here at the end of the first half. Jarnigan in the shotgun. Running back to his left, H-back to his right. Jarnigan back to pass, under pressure again. Jarnigan rolling away from the pressure, and he lobs it down the near sideline, shaking off his man, picking up a big gain down the near side, and still going to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Benedictine. All the way goes Alex Lopez. We thought he might have been robbed of a TD earlier. He's made up for it here. It is 20-0 Eagles.
And that was one of the difficult plays because of the fact there was nothing you could do if you were the Cougars in that situation, because either you go down and you tackle, or you just got to go let the deep ball go, and that's what happened. He was able to wiggle his way through with the Cougar down on the field.
We've got an injured player. The extra point will wait. It is 20-0 Benedictine on a huge 3rd down pass play. So we can now proceed with the extra point. Tanner Matus in to take it. 5 minutes exactly remaining on the clock. Matus's kick is up. It is good, and with that, it is a 21-0 lead for the Eagles. The injured player for the Cougars on that last play was number 3, senior Maurice Deloney. He is up and on the sideline getting some attention from medical staff. So, again, we wish him the best. And it's one of those things, Carter, we're reminded, we've seen it a couple times today. We've been waiting for football, but sometimes you can't anticipate, what also might happen on the field. It's just not the exciting, fun stuff. And we've seen a couple guys go down today and thankfully all be able to get off the field under their own power.
Yeah, true testament to the medical staff here at Concordia Chicago as well, but also, it's just part of the game, but that's the one part of the game that's been trying to get changed over the years. We hope that all the players involved today stay safe and are able to recover well, but it is good to see that all these players have been able to walk off the field in their own power.
And it looked like, we checked the replay. There was no malice. There was no harmful intent there. Just an accidental collision that saw Deloney go down. But he's up on the sideline, and the Eagles are getting ready to kick off here. 5 minutes to go in this first half. It has been all Benedictine so far. And the kick is away. A low line drive to the far side. Fielded by the Cougars. Across the 30 to the 35, and spinning up near the 40-yard line is number 14, Samaj James. First down for the Cougars. Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Alex Campbell and Carter Gledhill with you from Concordia Stadium on a beautiful spring afternoon. Just close your eyes, pretend it's fall. We've got football back. We've got whistles on the field. And we've got a delay of game against the Cougars. They'll back up 5 yards. And when you're under 5 minutes and a half and this is a big possession for your offense, not the way you want to start a drive.
No, not at all. Backed up 5 yards now. Cougars need to get something going on the offensive side here with the trips formation, the guy motioning across. So they're probably going to try to run a quick screen somewhere.
Sepulveda back to pass in the pocket, firing over the middle into traffic, and a nice catch. Pitch and catch to number 80. That's Dylan Davis. And that was some excellent composure shown there by Sepulveda, standing in that pocket and firing a strike across the middle.
I take back saying that they're going to go for a screen, but opportunity there for the Cougars. You see, when you're able to set your feet, and you see from Sepulveda, and the line was able to do what they were supposed to do coming into the game, you're able to find the receiver. And that's a huge chunk of yardage we just saw from first down. Get yourself another move the sticks, and now you're going to try to get the ball over the 50-yard line for one of the very few times we've seen all day for the Cougars. Sepulveda,
a quick pass to the right this time. That one took a bounce off the turf. Davis, the intended receiver, it'll be second down and 10. A missed throw there, but another opportunity where the Cougars are finding these holes in the pass defense right now for the Eagles. They've just got to hit the targets.
Yeah, not much from the Eagles right now. They're not bringing as much pressure as we've seen, but they're just kind of staying back, a lot of zone coverage from them, and they're trying to just let the Cougars make plays for themselves.
Sepulveda, one running back, and a Eagles player jumped. No Cougar jumped in response, though, so no flags. Sepulveda, back to pass, looking to his right, and the catch is made on the far side. That's James hauling that one in. He'll be close to a first down. Looks like it'll be third and a couple.
One of the first times we've said his name in the offensive game, and the Cougars need to get him more involved in the offense as one of your bigger playmakers on the side. And they could just start with an easy catch like that, but Cougars need to start taking some shots if they want to get back in this ball game, because you can't be playing this short game for very long when it's 21-0.
Samaj James, a junior receiver from Lakeland, Florida. Third down and 3. Inside Eagles territory. Ball's at the 42 of Benedictine. Sepulveda in the shotgun, 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Sepulveda back to pass, looking left. Sepulveda throwing. His receiver went down. They want a flag. No flags coming, and it's going to be 4th down. Looked like some incidental contact there as tripping each other up were number 4 Tyree McKinney for the Cougars and one of the Eagles defenders as the pass sailed over both of them as they went to the turf. 4th down, and it was a quick decision for the Cougars. They're going for it. 4th down and 3 to go.
Not many other choices you have here if you're the Cougars. You're trying to get another score before the half or just keep the ball in your hands and out of the Eagles. You have to convert here.
Same formation, 3 right, 2 left. A player jumped. The Cougars responded. And this would be enough for a 1st down if it's on Benedictine. It is offside, and it is a Cougars 1st down. You'll take a 4th down conversion any way you can get it.
Right out of the Aaron Rodgers playbook with the hard count. That's a very common thing you're starting to see now, is when you're in those 4th and short, you can just do a hard count, and obviously the Eagles weren't anticipating that. But good job by the offensive line, too, getting a defender to jump over and responding immediately to draw the 5-yard penalty, move the chains, and get a 1st down.
So a big 1st down drawn by the Cougars. Sepulveda with the hard count, getting the job done. 1st and 10 CUC at the Benedictine 38-yard line. H-back on the left side of the line is Aria. In motion goes McKinney. The handoff is up the middle. That's James going off tackle, breaking through a couple tackles and getting down near the 25. A big run on 1st down. Gets a 1st down for the Cougars.
Well, they can use him in the pass game, and they're going to definitely hand the ball off to him as well. And you can see, again, he's a playmaker. He's going to find the holes, and that was a great opportunity, too. It's just a little handoff. If the running game's not working with the running backs, let's bounce it outside with Samaj James and see what's going to happen. And another big play for the Cougars. They've been able to put 2 and 2 now, back-to-back. And this is the furthest we've seen the Cougars go into Eagles territory today.
Sepulveda 5 wide again. Back to pass, under pressure, quick throw to the left is complete. To number 11, Jared Josue. And it'll be 2nd down and about 7 to go after the quick completion. But even passes that aren't for a lot of yards can get some rhythm going for a quarterback. And every good throw is important.
Yeah, and on that one, that was a scary one too, because we saw one of the defensive ends there for the Eagles come out of nowhere, and it seemed like he was unblocked. So more communication from the offensive line. But again, 2nd and 6 now for the Cougars. Good chance here as we're nearing the 2-minute mark.
2:22 to go in the 2nd. Sepulveda looking to pass quickly. He escaped the sack initially. He's not going to escape it here as 3 or 4 Eagles get into the backfield and bring him down. Leading the way in on the sack was number 93 for the Eagles.
It was one of those things where it was not a perfect snap, but it just seemed like they were trying to set up a screen pass or something, and because Sepulveda didn't able to get dropped back early, he was kind of swarmed and forced into that tackle.
3rd down and 9. Running onto the field here is Rodney McCaskill Jr., the running back. Cougars still getting instructions from the sideline. 13 on the play clock. Cougars got to work quickly here. Play clock down to 7. Sepulveda in the shotgun. McCaskill's the running back. 2 wide receivers each side. 2 on the play clock. 1 and a timeout will be taken by CUC. Their 3rd and final of this first half. 1:25 to go, and the Cougars are looking to get on the board. 1:25 to go. 3rd down and 8. CUC just inside the Benedictine 30-yard line. Sepulveda 5 wide. There'll be a QB draw. Sepulveda right up the middle. He's not going to get to the first down. A surprising call there. They were hoping to catch the Eagles unaware, but the Eagles swarmed it quickly. It will be 4th down for the Cougars.
That was the 3rd time we've seen the Cougars consecutively go out in an empty formation. And obviously the Eagles weren't fooled by that as they were able to swarm against that draw play. But it's 4th down right now for the Cougars, under a minute to go. It's going to be interesting to see because, remember, they don't have any more timeouts left, so they got to get on the ball if they convert this 4th down.
Clock is running here. 45 seconds to go in this first half. Sepulveda's in the shotgun with McCaskill. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left, 3 on the play clock, 38 and a half. Sepulveda back to pass, throwing to his right. He's got a completion. It's James barreling down near the goal line. Touchdown, no. No, I thought the referee was signaling for a touchdown. He signaled to stop the clock. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 1 for the Cougars. What a big play when they needed it.
And you see Eagles are playing zone defense the entire time, and then what a play there, able to cut across the middle, open man.
Sepulveda in the shotgun. McCaskill's the running back. Sepulveda will look to throw for it, and that pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. That was number 2, Denzel Simmon, getting pressure for the Eagles. But it does stop the clock, which is not the worst thing in the world right now for the Cougars.
No, not at all. But again, going back to that last play, that was an excellent job there by the Cougars, and Sepulveda understanding what he had, looking off the defense, and then was able to get the slant route across the middle. And that's the first time we've been able to see the Cougars actually run an efficient offense in these 3rd and 4th downs all day. But you could see what happens when they do, and they're able to get possibly a couple more points here before the half. And I can't tell you how much more that would mean if you're Coach Aubrey to get some points going into the half.
The Cougars were shut out by the Eagles when they last played in the fall of 2019. They can change that right here. 2nd and goal from the 1. Sepulveda, handoff up the middle. Referee says no. And they got to go. The clock is running. 10 seconds in the half. Cougars got to get back over the ball. 7 seconds. 6, 5. Whistles go. I'm not sure why. And did Benedictine just bail them out? No, the referee has. I'm not sure what is going on.
I think what happened was they were thinking there was an Eagles player down. The referee warned them on that, and so that's why he stopped the clock. So I actually do think the Eagles did bail him out. Here we go. Clock's going to start now.
Maybe a delay of game situation. Clock will start. 5 seconds left. Sepulveda spikes the ball. It's got to be 4th down. There was time on the clock. It will be 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line.
So madness in the last couple seconds here, and what happened was there was the Eagle down. The referee stopped the play, made sure everything was okay. So that was the first bailout. And then an attempted QB sneak we just saw didn't work out. But I think they're going to try to put 1 second left on the clock here, and they're going to go one more play. You got to do something if you're the Cougars.
I thought Sepulveda was going to run it, but he spiked the ball to stop the clock rather than run a play. There is no time currently on the clock, so I don't know how much time is supposed to be there. This is going to be the last play of the first half. Either way, Sepulveda under center will push straight ahead. He did not get it. He didn't get it. Benedictine comes up with the goal line stand. They stop them. It was 1st and goal on the 1 for the Cougars, and they're going to come up with no points to end this first half. As the second quarter is over, the score is Benedictine 21, Cougars 0, a heartbreaking end to the first half for CUC. We'll take a break. We'll have halftime thoughts on the second half coming up after this. Welcome back. Second half about to get underway here at Concordia Stadium. Beautiful, sunny, blue sky day here in the near west suburbs of Chicago. Alex Campbell and Carter Gledhill with you here for Cougars football. And Carter, the Cougars won't like what's on the scoreboard, and they won't like the way that first half ended. If you're the Cougars, what do you think you need to focus on here to try to regroup, put that end of the first half behind you, and move on to do your best to come back in this game?
Well, if we look at the last drive especially, I think, and it sums up a lot of the game for the Cougars so far, is finishing. They haven't been able to finish. They haven't been able to convert on third down. They haven't been able to even convert on first and goal from the 1-yard line. Multiple attempts there. So the Cougars have to finish. They have to finish on the offensive side, and then on the defensive side, they got to finish tackling, and they also just need to work a little bit harder because they're right there with the Eagles. They know exactly what they're doing on the offensive side, and everything's working from a scheme point. Now you just have to translate it a little bit more, make your halftime adjustments from the locker room, and put it into play.
Cougars will get the ball to start this second half, so the offense will have another crack immediately right at it to begin things here in the second frame. Kickoff upcoming. Andrew Solomon will send this one away, and the second half is underway here in River Forest. Cougars letting the kick drop, now fielding it at their own 15. On the run back, some space to the right here, and brought down as he crossed the 25-yard line is Jared Josue. Little confusion there, but a chance for Jordan Sepulveda in the passing game to pick up where they left off, Carter. They finished that first half very strongly.
Yeah, they finished the pass game strong, and I mean, we saw a couple of those completions when he was able to set his feet with like the pass to Samaj James on fourth down. That was a huge play. But again, he's able to do everything he can. He hasn't been able to run that much today because they've been more worried about getting the pass game going. But again, I think Sepulveda is going to have a good drive here if he's able to get the protection from his offensive line and take those three-step dropbacks and read in the defense.
Sepulveda, 11 of 20 for 108 yards in the first half. No touchdowns, no picks. Sepulveda back to pass, first down. It's a quick out route, and it's off the fingertips of Dylan Davis, incomplete.
Right idea there if you're the Cougars. Again, start with a quick out route, and Davis just a little bit too far out of his reach. But again, that's something we've seen both teams do actually on first down a lot of the times. It's just try to get a little chunk play out of the way, out routes, and a little bubble screen too.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming. Ball on the Cougars' 22-yard line. 21, excuse me. Not a whole lot of rushing in the first half, just 4 net yards. There was a couple losses in there, a couple of QB sacks figured in, but not the best half on the ground. Sepulveda, quick throw to the left. He's got his man wide open on the far side. Making the catch is Josue. And that will bring up third down and manageable now for the Cougars, facing their first third down here of the second half.
And JJ, as they call him, he's a super fast receiver making his first appearance. And, I mean, again, a lot of lethal weapons here for the Cougars. If you're able to get the ball to them, then they can start making those plays in the open field. And we saw a little bit of explosive ability like that in the first half when you did run those screens.
Jared Josue, a freshman from Miramar, Florida, the same hometown as senior defensive lineman Colin Salmon. Sepulveda in the shotgun. Back to pass. Straight drop. Sepulveda looking over the middle, lobbing it, and it's caught for a first down by number 4, Tyree McKinney.
And again, great job there by Sepulveda and able to drop back, get the drop down. And then again, all you need to do is have McKinney run a little under route while all the DBs chase down the wide receivers. And again, all you need is a first down. That's the first time we've seen the Cougars succeed like this in the second half. 1 of 8 in the first half on third downs.
First down, the first down of the second half for the Cougars. Again in a shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the right, including McKinney in the slot. 1 wide receiver left and a running back in the backfield with Sepulveda. Taking the snap and handing off around to the left side and going backwards, fighting to get back to the line there was McCaskill Jr. We'll have to see where they spot the ball, and it is going to be a loss of about 2 yards there on the first down run. Early stages here, third quarter, minute and a half played. Cougars beginning this third quarter with the ball. And Carter, we've seen both teams really struggle to get much of anything going on the ground.
Yeah, both teams have struggled a little bit on the on the ground and not much going for it so far. Mostly been an air raid from the Eagles and just trying to get off the ground if you're the Cougars. We're using the same analogy.
Sepulveda. Another handoff straight up the middle. McCaskill maybe got a yard back. Nothing more than that. It will now be 3rd and long for CUC. Ronnie McCaskill, a junior from Chicago, Illinois, went to Rich South High School. But this is his Cougars football debut today, as he's going to be replaced here for 3rd down by Juan Uria. Third down and 12 yards to go. Cougars had their fair share of 3rd and longs in that first half. What can they come up with here? 2 running backs in the backfield with Sepulveda, 2 wide receivers right and 1 left. Sepulveda with 2 on the play clock, takes the snap, back to pass immediately, looking long, down the far side. Contact between the receiver and defender. The intended receiver was number 11, Jared Josue. The pass is incomplete. It will bring up 4th down, and the Cougars have no choice but to punt.
Eagles dialed up the pressure on that one, sent 2 blitzers off the left side, and the offensive line wasn't able to shift over and make an adjustment. But that's a good stall there by the Eagles on a 3rd down play where you needed a stop. And Cougars offense coming back off the field again empty-handed.
Pazut in for the punt. Kicking from his own 20. It's a high kick, high in the air, but not particularly long. Across midfield, and it takes an Eagles bounce, back spinning, to the midfield stripe. And that is where the Eagles will begin their first drive of this second half. The Cougars make some ground, but end up punting, and BU will look to extend their lead right after this. Right back onto the field comes number 7, Tyler Jarnigan. Jarnigan with a solid first half. We'll get to his stats in a moment. Out of the pistol. He'll fake the toss and run it himself. He is swallowed up, though, at the line by Julian Ramirez. And if any defender today for CUC's had a good game, it's number 97, the man in the middle.
I mean, key guy in the defensive front. When you have Dudley in the linebacker position, you need another body up there to slow the roll before he gets to the secondary. And Ramirez has been doing just that. He's been having a day just feasting on the offensive line and as well, and just staying home. That's the big thing. A lot of the times there, when you see the fake, you'll see a lot of defensive ends bite on that, but he was just sliding with the lineman, going down and closing gaps, and that's exactly what he did. A nice play.
Only 27 net yards rushing in that first half for Benedictine, so much like the Cougars, not much doing there, and Ramirez has been a big part of it. Jarnigan, who in the first half was 12 of 15 for 149 yards. Will drop back to pass. Cougars bringing the pressure. Jarnigan trying to escape. Nowhere to go, and he's brought down. A huge loss. It's number 56, Justin Aduo, with a huge play on defense for the Cougars. It's going to be 3rd and a long way to go for the Eagles.
And give credit, too, to Mark Hogan on that, because Hogan came off the edge on a late blitz, and that's what drew the attempt from the lineman over, drew his attention, and then it was a 2-on-1. There was nowhere to go if you were the Eagles.
Justin Aduo making his defense debut. He played as an offensive lineman last season as a freshman in 7 games, and he makes a huge play there with a sack for a massive loss. This is going to be 3rd and 25 now for the Eagles. Cougars got to get a stop right here. Jarnigan in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Jarnigan back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket, lofting it downfield. No one there. Nearest man in the area was a Cougars defender. It's a 3-and-out and a huge stand and short possession for the CUC defense.
And exactly what you needed if you were the Cougars. You needed your playmakers to step up. The defensive line, we talked about the strength in the pregame. That was the one thing that needed to go well for the Cougars to give them a chance. And that display right there by them with 2 sacks and a pass breakup there, that was really important. Get your offense back on the field. And, again, you got to keep giving them opportunities.
Nathan Rillo into punt. Not standing too far back is Josue. Josue at his own 40-yard line. Not much of a breeze here in River Forest today. Cougars are coming after this punt. They almost got there. Josue will call for a fair catch and backpedal, fielding it at his own 27. And the Cougars will take over from there. So Carter will stay here as the Cougars bring their offense back out on the field. We've seen this a few times today. The Cougars get a few plays going and then just drives sputter out. What have you been seeing that they've got to switch up to try to keep that momentum going?
They just haven't been able to find any rhythm on the offensive side. It seems like once they get the rushing going, they're going to stick with the rush. And then when the Eagles force them to go to the pass game, they're not able to make that adjustment or convert on a drive or the third down. Again, it goes back to the earlier point I mentioned. They got to finish. And part of being finishers here, as we've seen the Eagles doing, is finishing the drives and getting down into the red zone. They haven't even come close since the end of the first half.
Screen pass to the right for Davis, and he's swallowed up. It's going to be a loss of 1 yard for the Cougars on the completed pass out to the near side.
And it's kind of become like ritual right now for the Cougars to start off every drive with one of those quick screens and see if you can get everything. And that's one of the downsides, too, is if it doesn't convert like you just saw there, it's going to be 2nd and 10. You just lost it down. And that's not what you want to do in first.
2nd down and 11. 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 21-0 Benedictine. A lead they brought into this second half. Jordan Sepulveda with 5 on the play clock. In the shotgun, 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Man in motion. Play clock has run out. Referees, have they seen it? The back judge has. It's going to be the second delay of game of the afternoon on CUC. And the sort of penalty that maybe you're more prone to here when it's been almost a year and a half since you've played a game.
Again, you can't be making those mistakes, though. These are the kinds of things you can't be doing. The clock is in the field. You can see it from where we're looking, both ends of the end zone. And that's one of those things Coach Aubrey was talking about, is doing the little things right and not costing or shooting ourselves in the foot. That's one thing there. It's going to move you back 5 more yards, and it's going to make it a little bit harder.
2nd and 16 now for the Cougars. Ball's at their own 21. Sepulveda back to pass. Looking left, now looking right. Sepulveda over the middle. Josue. No, excuse me. That's Samaj James making the catch, number 14, over the middle to make the task a little bit smaller. It's still going to be 3rd and 10 coming up for the Cougars.
And again, Samaj James, good in route there. We've seen a lot of those crossing routes from the Cougars trying to draw the Eagles in some miscommunication and break it up. But again, when you're able to get a slow linebacker or a tailing corner on him, James is able to break away on that. Too bad he had a referee he had to avoid, too, in the process.
So 3rd and 10 from the 27-yard line for the Cougars. Regaining those 5 yards from the penalty. A couple men in motion. James going left. Eagles trying to adjust. And play is going to be blown dead. And it was Benedictine taking a timeout. They didn't like what they saw. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 8:40 to go here in the third. And a third down coming up for CUC. Third and long out of the timeout. Sepulveda is in the shotgun. Urea is the running back to his left. 2 wide receivers each side. Blitz coming. Sepulveda has to throw quickly. He finds James, fights through a couple tackles. He'll be a yard or 2 short of the sticks. And it's a quick decision from the Cougars sideline. They're going to punt.
Good scheme there if you're the Cougars, though, getting James the ball, and it seemed like you had a blocker out in front. But again, the Eagles have been really good at pursuit after the ball and after the catch. And again, that's one reason why we haven't seen the Cougars get those extra yards after catch, is because there's always a white jersey in the surrounding area.
And that was a complicated blitz from Benedictine. The defensive linemen, a couple of them dropped off, and they were replaced by linebackers. So I think in the end they only rushed about 4, but it looked like a lot more from the eyes of Sepulveda, as Pazut's punt is downed at the Benedictine 45, and the Eagles will restart there. So it's been a really good start to the second half now, Carter, for this Cougars defense. And they're going to have to carry the burden again here on this possession to get their offense quickly back on the field.
Yeah, they've been worked extra hard today. Not as much rest time off the field as you're typical to see because the Cougars' offense has stalled much more than we're used to seeing. But again, the defense, though, has shown up today and has given the opportunity for the offense to score a little bit more. And it's just an enduring challenge that we've seen from Coach Watkins and the boys today.
Jarnigan back to pass, looking deep on first down. He's got a man, and it's off the fingertips of Josh Ruiz, streaking down the far side. And if that pass had been just a few inches shorter, that might have been 6 for BU.
And we've seen a couple times now that Ruiz has been streaking down the sideline, and we see Jarnigan doing it. But again, that was just a great concept there, and it's one thing that we've seen the Eagles do is they're not afraid to take the deep shot on first down.
Jarnigan airing it out there on 1st and 10. Good field position to begin this drive for Benedictine at their own 45-yard line at 2nd and 10. Shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 right. In motion under the backfield goes Rainey. He'll get the swing pass. Took a moment to gather it, and he's brought down. That's excellent pursuit by Justin Aduo, who's having a very good third quarter here on defense for the Cougars.
And again, that's one thing the Cougars have been doing really well as is these ends have been speedy enough to realize it's a quick out pass, and they've been able to move over.
It's going to be 3rd down and 12 here, as they're going to say they lost a couple of yards on that pass. 3rd and 12, 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Thanks for joining us today. Alex Campbell, Carter Gledhill, opening day of the season for Cougar football. And what a beautiful day it is, and it's the most fans we've seen yet this spring for a Cougar sporting event. Just a great day here in the afternoon. As this pass is completed, it's going to be just short of the sticks, though. The catch was made by Josh Ruiz. This will bring up 4th down and about 3 yards to go near midfield. Certainly a position where I won't be surprised if the Eagles go for this.
Well, let's just take a moment and realize Jarnigan, too, 3 Cougars defenders in their face, and a great recognition by Ruiz to come back to the ball there, beating the defender and giving him a chance for a 4th and short.
4th down and 3. Offense has stayed on the field. Jarnigan is in the backfield. Darius Rainey is the running back to his right. There's an up back to the left. 1 wide receiver left. 3 right now. Jarnigan rolling out, and in the flat, it's off the hands and incomplete. It's a drop. Alex Lopez, the intended target. It's like a Kansas City Chiefs play there. Run the man in motion across, but usually the Chiefs make it work, and Benedictine here can't. The pass is dropped, and the Eagles force a turnover on defense.
We saw a linebacker come down on a late blitz, and that's one thing we've seen the Cougars do a couple of times is when we get those 3rd and 4th down, is draw that pressure. And that might have scared Jarnigan a little bit, too, because his blocker had to go down, and he was left unprotected with backside pressure coming. Good defense by the Cougars. And again, they've been performing very well today, despite what the scoreboard says.
Best field position of the afternoon for CUC. Starting this drive at their own 48. 2 running backs in the backfield, some confusion there. They do get the handoff away, but it's only going backwards as McCaskill is dropped for a loss by number 99. That's Wade Bartlett. Second down and 13 upcoming. Sepulveda in his first game back at CUC. Can he lead what would be a massive second-half comeback here? This drive would have to play a big part. Sepulveda swinging it out to the left side. The pass is complete. It's Josue shaking off 2 defenders before ducking out of bounds. And Carter, he put the moves on him right there.
I mean, put him on a highlight reel there. That was a great play, too. And, again, Cougars are doing what they've been doing best all afternoon. It's these short plays, short chunks of yardage. They're just trying to inch their way and just take the small way instead of going after those big plays.
They got some yards back there. It's now 3rd down and 7. McCaskill coming out of the game.
Cougars are probably just going to try to go for a short game here. Obviously, you want first down. They're just going to play right to the sticks. I don't expect them to take a big shot here because this is probably 4-down territory again. You need to get a score.
I'd absolutely agree, Carter. It might be 4-down territory the rest of this game for CUC. 5:39 to go here in the third. They trail by 3 scores. Sepulveda swinging it out to the right. Wide open here is James, and he'll make a run for the edge for the sticks and get there. A nice yard after catch gain by Samaj James, excuse me. getting to the sticks, and you could see as soon as James caught that ball, he got his head turned upfield, and he knew exactly where he was going.
Well, he wasn't lined up as a receiver. He was brought back in the backfield, just did a nice little out route. And again, that's one thing we've seen the Cougars offense do is just give the ball to the playmakers, and he made a play there, move the chains, give their team an opportunity.
We've seen Samaj James again, the leading returning receiver, from last year. We've seen him in the backfield a bit today. He's lined up there again to Sepulveda's right. Urea is to the QB's left. Handoff is to James again, right up the middle, spinning away from a tackle, and a nice gain on first down. He'll get 5 yards on the carry, and Samaj James showing his versatility on this drive.
Well, we talked about how they don't have Lance Moise, who we talked about was one of the all-region players for the Cougars last year. So what do? They're going to bring their speed player in. And James, doesn't have the size that we've seen Moise, but he still's got that shifty ability. He's able to squeeze in between the tight gaps. We might be seeing him do it a couple more times.
2nd down and 5. Inside Benedictine territory from the 35. It's another handoff. It's Urea this time, going off the right tackle. He breaks through into the secondary, and he's got a first down. Those might be the two best running plays back-to-back there, Carter, that we've seen from the Cougars today.
Well, even on that one, didn't get a good initial push off the line, but it was that secondary effort from Urea as well as the offensive line creating opportunities, finding an extra jersey to block. Cougars are picking up a little bit of momentum here, and they're starting to do those little things that we've mentioned, and they're starting to pick away at this Eagles defense. We can see some of the linemen already a little bit more tired than we usually have seen.
Will they keep it on the ground? It's going well right now. 1st and 10 at the Benedictine 28. Again, it's two running backs in the backfield, Urea and James. Sepulveda, though, is back to pass. He'll swing it to James short, looking at two Benedictine defenders. Does well to get a few yards after the contact, and he'll pick up 2 on the first down catch.
And you're going to make sure the Eagles note that. They're going to understand that's what they're going to try to do. And you might see now a couple extra spy or an extra man-to-man guy coming over on James just because of his ability so far in the drive that he's demonstrated to make those big plays.
2nd down and 8. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Sepulveda in the shotgun. Back to pass. Another quick throw to the right. It's James again. Shakes off one tackle. James is going to be close to another Cougars first down. And this is the Samaj James drive going right now, Carter.
Again, Coach Aubrey said in the beginning that he didn't want to have like 50-50 offense. They try to spread the wealth, but they're going to feed the hot hand if someone does. And James now, we've seen 3 catches so far pretty easy in contention and making able to break away the tackles and get extra yardage.
And credit to Jordan Sepulveda. The ball has been out of his hands quick on this drive, making some really smart decisions, and he's got the Cougars down inside the red zone. They came up empty on their last trip. What can they find here? 1st down and 10 at the Benedictine 18. Inside the last 3 minutes here of the third quarter. Sepulveda in the shotgun. James and Urea again on his flanks. The handoff is to Urea. He's got James as a blocker. Urea around the corner and out of bounds for a pickup of 3 or 4 on first down. And the running game, Carter, continues to do good work on this drive.
And a great job by the offensive line, too, moving with the pile, moving away in the shift. We got an Eagle down on the field right now. Looks to be a cramp, possibly.
Yeah, we've got an injured Eagles player here on the near sideline. We will take a quick injury timeout. Cougars are on the move, though, looking for their first touchdown of 2021. Able to be helped to the sideline there is number 43 for Benedictine. That's Dominic Cadetto. And it's 2nd down and 6 here. 2.5 minutes to go in the third for the Cougars. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. In the shotgun is Sepulveda. It's a QB keeper, a sweep to the right. Sepulveda will tiptoe the sideline. He'll be short of the first down. It's going to be a pickup of about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3 or 4 upcoming for the Cougars. And every play feels big right now, Carter, but this one right here, this down, is huge for CUC's chances in this game.
I mean, last time in the red zone, you get stuffed at the 1 yard line when it's 1st and 1 to end the half. So you got to get a little bit of momentum here. This is a huge play because you've had a good drive so far. But again, can the Cougars get some points on the board and actually have something to show for on this board?
Sepulveda, a quick throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Joe Sway on the far side. He's got the catch. Can he get to the first? Going left and right, sideways. A flag flies. And we will see who it's on. If it's on Benedictine, it would be 1st and goal for the Cougars. If it's on the Cougars, I imagine they'll decline and force a field goal. It's going to be a legal block in the back. It is against CUC. The penalty is going to be enforced, and we'll repeat 3rd down. So that will back the Cougars up, and it will now be 3rd and 11. 2:09 to go here in the third quarter. Sepulveda alone in the backfield. He's got 3 wide receivers right and 2 to his left. Sepulveda back to pass, looking left, looking right over the middle. He's got a man. He's got a completion. It's the first catch of the day for number 1, Jalen Glass, the sophomore from Maryville, Indiana.
Good hands there by Glass after getting hit right on the catch. But again, it's one of those things that was kind of a drive buster if you're the Cougars right there, moving back a little bit. Now, this is an interesting move here, though, that they're bringing out the true in the first game is Nick Pursuit going for the field goal.
He's been good in the punt game today, and now we saw him taking some practice kicks at halftime that looked pretty good, too. Nicholas Pursuit going to get his first collegiate attempt. This is from 32 yards. Ball is down. Pursuit's kick is up. It is low, but it is no good. Wide left. It looked like it had enough leg on it. It sails just left. The kick is no good, and the Cougars remain scoreless here today.
I think on that one, it looked like a side kick. It was kind of weird. Didn't look out of the hand right. But again, that's a tough break for the Cougars if you have it. Another good drive, one of the first ones that you've had in this half, and it still comes up with no points.
But is it safe to say, Carter, that you think there will be stuff that the coaching staff can take so far in the second half, that things look smoother both offensively and defensively here in the third?
Yes, I agree. Coach Aubrey is very in tune with this team and the youth of it and is looking for improvement no matter the result of the score. They know they got a good Eagles team out in Benedictine and is just looking to see if there's any growth and improvement from the first to second half.
Zone read, and now going back the other way is Jarnigan all the way back to the left. He's brought down, and after running a good 30 or 40 yards on that play, he gets 1 yard.
Penalty marker down in the field as well.
Waiting to see the call. It's a hold, and it's on Benedictine. That'll be a 10-yard penalty and back them up into their own territory even more. It'll be 1st and 20 from their own 12. So a break there for the Concordia defense and an opportunity to again get off the field quick.
Good opportunity as well, move them back, but also, too, the good pursuit. Not much for the Eagles on that last play because everybody was doing their job and staying home on the defensive side for the Cougars.
So 1st down and 20 yards to go. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Jarnigan back to throw. Throwing out to his right, and it's completed over the middle. Catch is made by number 16, Owen Capel. And we're under a minute now. Clock is running. 2nd down and 11 upcoming as time ticks down in the third. A fast-moving game today here in River Forest. but a stalemate so far of a second half. Neither team able to find any points. Jarnigan, empty backfield, a quick throw to his left. It's off the hands of Holiday. It's up in the air, and players from both teams went diving. No one got there. The pass is incomplete. 3rd and long upcoming.
I think if Holiday even caught that ball, too, he would have met by a sea of maroon and a hard-hitting D-line coming down.
It might have been best not only for yardage but for his own personal health to not catch that football.
Yes, we've talked about the physicality of this Cougars defense, especially on the D-line. And there was a setup screen that, I mean, honestly, it would have been a disaster if that was a completed pass.
Third down and long. Another opportunity for a 3-and-out for the Cougars defense. It would be their 3rd in this quarter. Pass is caught. What a hit! Lining up, Capel was number 6. That's Earl McIntyre laying the lumber there. What a hit, shoulder to shoulder, and sent a man flying there.
Unbelievable play there by McIntyre. I mean, we talk about laying the boomstick. He did exactly that. Crossing route, no idea. That's exactly what you want to do if you have that opportunity as a cornerback and sitting back and just reading the eyes of the receiver.
Capel did hang on to the ball. It's a gain of 3, but it's punt formation now, and the Cougars are signaling that they're going to come after this punt. Their clock, though, will run out first on the 3rd quarter, and at the end of 3, the score remains Eagles 21, Cougars 0. CUC pitches a defensive shutout in the 3rd. Their offense, though, will have to find some points in the 4th quarter coming up next. Eagles in punt formation. Cougars coming after it. Punt is away and will spin down and land around midfield, and it will roll to the 46 of CUC. Excellent field position again, though, upcoming here for the Cougars. And Carter, when we look at the fact that we're now just under 15 minutes to play, this has to be go time for the Cougars offense. This has to be the drive where they get points if they want to keep themselves alive in this contest.
Again, you're exactly right, Alex. They got to put something together because right now it seems they've been all out of sorts. They've been sparking up for one play, and then after that they've seemed like they've just no energy whatsoever for the end of a drive. They have to find a way to get some points on the board regardless of what here.
McCaskill in motion out to the right. Sepulveda in the backfield will throw right, and he'll find James. He's been the man here in the second half. That's a big catch and a first down on the first play of the drive for the Cougars.
Cougars are probably going to pick up the pace here as well to match that desperate need for some points, but James is the hot hand. They're going to keep looking for him, and it almost seems like Sepulveda is just eyeing him first target every time.
I think now that's 5 catches here in the second half for Samaj James. First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Sepulveda in the shotgun with McCaskill Jr. Tight set, 3 wide receivers left. Sepulveda looking over the middle, and he's got a man. It's Dylan Davis making the catch for a gain of 4 yards on first down. A nice little pitch and catch there as Sepulveda showed patience in the pocket.
He's been doing a much better job about that in the second half because his line's been giving him more chances for a clear pocket and step back.
BU is scrambling there. We've got flags. We've got a whistle. We've got a hit. Play's been blown dead. And it's going to be an illegal formation against CUC. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Bring the sticks back. It will be second down and 11. And you've talked about it today, Carter, those kind of mental mistakes, things you can't afford really in any game, but especially in one where you're trailing.
No, not at all. You get a good play on first down, but you get it jogged right back to where you started with a penalty. Can't have that happen on this drive, and it's been kind of the recipe this entire game for the Cougars.
Sepulveda, back to pass. Pressure coming. Big pass down the left sideline, looking for it all, and it's just over the head of Jared Josue. Incomplete. Third down and long upcoming. And while it does bring up third and long, I like Sepulveda taking that shot there.
That's the first time we've actually seen a shot taken by the Cougars, as you mentioned, Alex. But again, Cyrus Taylor was in the hip pocket of the receiver the entire time, squeezing him to the sideline. So really, Sepulveda had nowhere to throw it, and that was a difficult pass. Would have been miraculous if he did complete it.
Josue, the freshman, the intended receiver. Third down and 11. The Cougars, no stranger to these sorts of scenarios in this game. 3 wide receivers. It's Davis to the right. Bottom of your screen left is Glass. In the slot is McKinney. 2 running backs in the backfield are Urea and James, and it's Urea up the middle, and that didn't catch anybody by too much surprise. He gets down to the 25. It will be 4th down and about 7, but first we've got a helmet off of an injured Benedictine player. He's going to get back to his own feet. He'll have to come out of the game due to the fact that he lost his helmet. And it will be 4th down here, and this is out of field goal range. You're at the opponent's 36. Even though it's 4th and long, I think they've got to go for it here.
Have to go for it. Well, it's going to be 4th and short, I believe, is from where we're looking at in the spot.
4th and
Oh, actually, no. I was looking at the wrong line.
Yeah, we're going the other way. So 4th and 7, the first down is just inside the 30-yard line of Benedictine. 4th down and 7 to go. Sepulveda will be in the gun. Urea is the running back. Davis, McKinney, and James to the right. At the bottom of your screen is Glass. McKinney goes in motion, right to left. Sepulveda the snap, dropping back to pass. Sepulveda with time over the middle. Pass is knocked away by the Eagles. The intended receiver was Samaj James, and that's a turnover on downs for the Cougars.
Michael Hawthorne was with James the entire time, one-on-one. He was the only receiver out on the right side. And all he was, James was just a slow troller down on the right side, just coming over into the under in the flat, just trying to get a pass going, and that was the intention of it going. But again, great defense by Hawthorne, denying the opportunity and denying the Cougars, again, of another drive.
12:46 to go in this game. The defense for the Cougars has been the story in this second half. They've been excellent. Clearly some halftime adjustments made, and Benedictine has not been able to figure them out yet. And the defense will get another crack at it here. Eagles take over at their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Tyler Jarnigan in the gun. Jarnigan back to pass here on 1st down. Jarnigan looking far down the left side, and the ball is knocked away. Excellent defense played there by number 33. That's Mark Hogan. A linebacker back in coverage, looking more like a DB. That was some excellent defense there.
Well, you have the number 3 receiver coming out of the backfield. You got to go up and out in that situation. And Hogan's got that sneaky speed, as you mentioned, not usually a good matchup if you're a linebacker in that situation, but he was just getting enough of the hand in there to deflect the pass away.
Hogan, one of the seniors that was honored pregame. Today is also acting as senior day for the Cougars. Hogan from Anchorage, Alaska, and it was really cool to see that his dad was here today to meet him. That's a long, long way to go. And Hogan now enjoying his 4th year as a Cougar. Jarnigan, back to pass again, looking left. He's got his man this time. It's Capel, and he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd down upcoming, and another opportunity for the Cougars defense to force a 3-and-out.
And they've been doing a really good job this half, especially of just bringing the initial pressure. We haven't seen Jarnigan really be comfortable at all in the pocket, and that's a credit to the defensive line and the blitz schemes that we've been seeing drawn up by the Cougars.
And my apologies, it looks like there was a penalty on the play. Must have missed that. It's going to be 2nd and long, 2nd and about 15. Jarnigan, back to pass. He's looking left again. He's got his man again. And this time, it's number 0. That's DeAndre Holiday. Another flag is down in the offensive backfield. We might be doing this again. The call is a personal foul, shot block on the offense. That is a 15-yard penalty. They were already at their own 30, so this is going to go all the way back to the 15-yard line of Benedictine. This is going to be 2nd and 30, I believe, if my math is right. Referees agreeing that it was the 31-yard line. This ball is going to the 16. So upcoming here, 2nd down and 30. If you're the Cougars defense, you got to be feeling pretty good about the field position at the moment.
They're doing a good job right now just making the Eagles uncomfortable. And we've been seeing that the Eagles, when they're not easy in a rhythm at all, they've been calling penalties on themselves, as well as they haven't been able to run what was working in the first half.
So 2nd and 30 from their own 16-yard line. Not sure there's a play in the playbook for 2nd and 30. Eagles break the huddle. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Tight end in the formation to the right side is Lopez. He's in motion to the left. Jarnigan back to pass. Looking left. Jarnigan stepping up, throwing on the run, and he's got a man. And that's a catch for Capel over the middle, all the way out to the 32-yard line. About the 35. Not quite to the original line of scrimmage, but pretty close. And that'll bring up 3rd and 11. And the Eagles will certainly take that.
And a good hands there by Capel. He had a defender on him, too. Well, we've seen Jarnigan as well. When he has gotten his feet set in the pocket, he was able to deliver a strike and finish through his throw and just pick apart this zone defense we've seen from the Cougars.
Jarnigan in the shotgun, 3rd and 11. Movement on the offensive line. No whistle goes, though. Jarnigan back to pass. Under pressure. Jarnigan looking to escape, and he won't. And the Cougars bring him down. Number 97, Julian Ramirez with the sack for the Cougars. And that'll force maybe the longest 3-and-out I've ever seen. But it is a 3-and-out. It will be another punt. And what a second half for the defense. And what an opening day of the year for Ramirez.
Well, Ramirez has been doing very well today. That play was going to be disaster from the start. Play clock was winding down, had to get a snap off, and obviously a miscommunication and last-minute adjustments weren't made on the offensive line. We were able to see Ramirez do what he does best, and that's just disrupt the pocket and get in there for a sack.
Plenty for this Cougars defense to be proud of today, no matter what the final score ends up being. Rillo is into punt. Cougars comfort again. Rillo gets the punt away high in the air, landing right around midfield. Takes an Eagles bounce. A flag is down, though, on the play. We will wait to see the call as the ball is downed at the Cougar 47. Plenty of cheering as the defense comes to the sideline, and like I said, plenty to be proud of. And the penalty is going to be kick-catch interference on Benedictine. Tack on some more yards, and that means the Cougars will start this drive in opposing territory. Couldn't ask for much more. The defense comes up with another stop, and it's great field position for the offense.
Little time left on the clock, and Cougars have to make sure that they can get something going here on the offensive side. I mean, even throughout this is where you go back to the textbook plays that you've ran all fall, which was technically the summer camp this year because of COVID stuff. But this is where you got to go to the basics. Got to get comfortable and get into a rhythm is most important here for the offense.
Sepulveda in the shotgun. 1st down and 10 from the 36 of Benedictine. The handoff is to James. He doesn't get very far, maybe a yard, as he runs off to the right tackle. Shotgun again here on 2nd down and 9. Sepulveda, 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. It's another handoff. It's James again. He's back up the middle for a couple more yards. That'll set up 3rd and about 6. Third down. And about 5 to go here. Sepulveda in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking left. Throwing, and that pass was jumped. And if not for the drop, it would have been a pick 6 going the other way. Michael Hawthorne, the defender, knocking it away. and he'll be kicking himself that he wasn't looking at a touchdown.
Hawthorne read that play perfectly. He saw exactly what was going on. He saw it was a little curl route, and he just came down the field. Perfect timing, too. Fortunate we didn't see a catch and an interception. That probably was an easy 6.
And it's going to be 4th down now and 5 to go. Cougars have no choice but to go for this. Sepulveda in the shotgun. Urea is the running back. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. That's Davis. Sepulveda takes the snap. Pressure coming. Sepulveda's got to throw quickly. Davis is down the right sideline. The pass is too long, and it's another turnover on downs. And the Cougars just not able to get things clicking on offense today.
There was a free guy running off the edge there for the Eagles, and that was Chris Williams. Nobody blocked him, and that was really miscommunication on the offensive front. The Cougars didn't even give themselves a chance on that play because of that.
The defense, they've been good, but they haven't gotten much of a break in between these drives. Back on the field with 9:27 to go here in the 4th quarter. Alex Campbell and Carter Gledhill with you. It's going to be a busy rest of the semester here in Cougars athletics. Join us tomorrow. We've got a doubleheader for you. Women's soccer, followed by women's lacrosse, both here at Concordia Stadium. And you can watch both those games right here on the CUC Sports YouTube page. Jarnigan back to pass. I'm surprised we're not seeing more running, but he's going to air it out down the sideline. He's got a man. Passes too long. Running free down the right sideline was number 11, Josh Ruiz, but putting just too much air under it. Jarnigan couldn't find him. A penalty flag is down in the backfield. Unsportsmanlike conduct has been called against Benedictine. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. A replay of 1st down. It'll be 1st and 25. So for the second drive in a row, Benedictine's mental mistakes are putting them in a very deep offensive hole.
And this offense that we saw in the first half fire on all cylinders once they were able to get into Cougar territory hasn't really gotten to that point at all in this second half. And credit to the Cougars defense for forcing extra pressure on the Eagles.
So it'll be 1st and 25. Jarnigan in the shotgun, 3 receivers right. He'll just hand it off. Now here comes the running game. That'll move the clock a bit. On the carry is number 30. That's Greg Horde. I don't know about you, Carter. I was surprised to see them take that shot on 1st down at all. You're up 3 touchdowns. Your offense really hasn't been clicking today. At this point, your only goal should be to keep the ball out of the hands of the Cougars offense.
Yeah, I agree. And we can see that play call there was just to give a little run. They want to get the clock going on that. But I think back to that first play that we saw, why not take a shot down the field? I mean, we obviously seen that the Eagles have been able to defeat the Cougars defenders all day.
And that would have ended the game. You would have felt here's a blitz off the edge. Jarnigan able to escape for now. He will run it himself. He's got some room racing to the near sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds. Got close to the original line of scrimmage, ended up sliding onto the track. And it will be 3rd down and about 13 to go here. Ball is placed at Benedictine's 30-yard line. 8:41 to go here in the 4th.
We saw another blitz from the Cougars with Hogan coming off the edge. But just a good job by Jarnigan reading that, stepping up in the pocket and took it himself. He ran to where the defense wasn't, and that was on the blitz side towards the Cougars sideline, and that was able to get the extra gain.
Cougars' next opponent is on the road. They will travel to Aurora University next Saturday. That is a noon kickoff as well. And then on April 3rd, they're right back here at Concordia Stadium against Eureka College. That is again a noon kickoff. Timeout on the field. It's taken by the Eagles, and we'll take a break as well. 8:14 to go, and it's a continued strong defensive effort here from the Cougars in the second half. out of the timeout. 3rd down and long. Cougars defense, maybe you're tired of hearing me say it, but they've been excellent in the second half. They've got a chance for another 3 and out despite this drive taking a few minutes off the clock. Wide open here on the near side and picking up the 1st down easily is number 13, Alex Lopez. A blown coverage there on 3rd and long for the Cougars.
Yeah, miscommunication in the zone reads right there. And then Jarnigan is doing a good job of sitting back and just picking away at the Cougars defense, and one of those rare miscues of miscommunication we've seen.
So the clock will run. It is 1st down at the 46-yard line of the Eagles. Jarnigan alone in the shotgun. He'll swing a screen out to the left. This is Holiday. Holiday up the far sideline, a good gain. It'll be 2nd down and short upcoming as he's forced out of bounds on the far side. Mark Hogan in on the stop for the Cougars defense. Under 7.5 minutes to go. Unsurprisingly, Benedictine taking their time. Jarnigan remains in the game at quarterback. Shotgun. 3 wide receivers, to the left, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Jarnigan rolling out to his right. He's flushed out of the pocket. Cougars converging. Jarnigan sidearms it and completes for a 1st down. And again, that's Alex Lopez making a big play downfield.
Just a scramble drill there. You get flushed out of the pockets. All the receivers moving away from the quarterback. And then one's coming close. And again, good play there by the Eagles. And they're moving the chains. And again, they're keeping the clock winding, keeping the Cougars defense on this field.
That's the first down. These last 2 1st downs, the first ones we've seen in almost this entire half from the Eagles offense. Finally got a little something going here late in the 4th. Just over 6.5 to go. Jarnigan again to throw. He'll swing it left. Catch is made and finding some room to the outside. That is number 87, Ryan Wenninger.
Earl McIntyre on the tackle again. He was a high safety on that, came downfield, and good job of just filling the alley and making a good tackle.
2nd down and 5 upcoming. Clock continues to wind down to about 6 minutes now. And the Eagles continue to throw the ball. Lopez lined up in the backfield here. Jarnigan will throw again, looking right and completing, and on back-to-back plays on the receiving end, it's Ryan Wenninger, and it's another 1st down for the Eagles inside the CUC 30.
That was another lapse in coverage there because that just seemed like too easy of a catch just across the middle of the field. Not usually accustomed to seeing that with this Cougars defense.
5.5 minutes to go. Eagles taking their time. 21-0 to score. No one has scored in this second half. The first half ended with the Cougars getting stuffed on the goal line. That's the closest they've come today. Jarnigan back to throw again. He has a man to his left. He avoids what was almost a strip sack, but now he is taken down. And on the sack, his 2nd sack of the day, number 56, Justin Aduo.
Aduo's been doing a really good job of just staying around the pocket. He's not going too crazy with any move. But again, he was able to shed the offensive lineman on that last one and go in pursuit. And just the other speed and capability we've been seeing from some of the defensive linemen and linebackers of this Cougars team.
2nd down and 16 to go here. Jarnigan again in the shotgun. 1 running back, 4 wide receivers. Handoff is up the middle, getting spun backwards and now going the other way. He's got blockers going to the far side, splitting tackles, and getting back inside the original line of scrimmage. That is number 1, Darius Rainey, who looked left for dead there in the backfield, able to find some daylight, though, once he reversed field.
One of those weird plays, but again, now is just a good job by Rainey keeping his feet. Almost looked like the Cougars got away with a face mask call by the way he was jerked around in the face. But then again, he was able to get upfield and he looked good.
Under 4 minutes to go now here in the 4th quarter. Eagles looking to get on the board for the first time in the second half. Cougars defense looking to continue a strong out-of-halftime performance. Again, it's Rainey and Lopez in the backfield. Jarnigan back to pass, throwing out to his right, and looking upfield before he had the ball was DeAndre Holiday. The Cougars defender fell down. That could have been 6 if he hauled it in, and I think he might have known it.
I think he did too, and that was just another good concept. We've seen both teams and both offenses just running simple, small pass game complexes, but the Eagles have been able to take the ball downfield a little bit more. That's one of those plays you have to convert, though, if you're Holiday. It's a short third down. Now you put your team 4th down.
Nothing like saying you don't trust your kicking game, like going for it on 4th down up 3 scores with 3 minutes to go. So they're going to keep the offense on the field here, Benedictine. 4th down, 5 yards to go. They are at the Cougar 23. Jarnigan again in the shotgun. Running back in motion out to the right. Jarnigan stepping up, back to pass over the middle. Pass is complete, and on a second effort, he's going to get the first down. That's Ryan Wenninger, his 3rd catch of the drive, and that second effort got him over the line, and it's a first down for the Eagles, and the clock now continues to run. What do you make of that call?
I think that was an aggressive call. I think the Eagles just stuck with everything that they've had so far in the pass game. It's been working this entire drive. And obviously the Cougars defense, for once, has not had an answer to what they were doing.
Jarnigan has trips on the far side. He's got a running back in the backfield. One wide receiver split to the right, letting the play clock run down. He's staring at it. It's off to the right in the back corner of the end zone. It's now down to 5. He'll take the snap. Fakes the screen. Looking to the end zone. Deep pass to the corner is almost caught. It's incomplete. DeAndre Holiday, the intended receiver, a nice play design there, and just, we've seen it a few times today. When Jarnigan has taken those shots, he's put maybe 5% too much on the throws.
Well, on that one, he was actually looking to go for the quick screen, but the Cougars did such a good job of crashing down on it. That's when we've seen the chance that the Jarnigan just took was going for that corner shot, and just a little bit, as you mentioned, Alex, too strong.
The score would maybe look a little different today if Benedictine had been able to hit their long shots. They've been willing to take them. It's now 2nd and 10, 2:38 to go in the 4th. Jarnigan will hand it off this time, run straight up the middle, and a gain of about 3 there for number 30, Greg Horde. Clock back moving, under 2.5 minutes now. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Benedictine, who have made it clear that they're going to go for it on 4th down no matter what. Into the game for the Cougars comes Timothy Ray off the bench. And the clock, by the time this ball is snapped, will have ticked down to around 1:45 to go. It's at 2 minutes now, and Jarnigan will wait. Oh, no, he won't. He's going to go ahead and take the snap. He's again looking to pass. He's flushed out to the right. Jarnigan tucks and runs. Jarnigan trying to shed a defender. He's got enough for the first down, and it will be 1st and goal, Eagles.
Jarnigan's been doing a really good job today in these 3rd down situations, just the scramble drill. He's got great vision down the field, but then also, too, he can tuck it and run it, and that's one thing that's been kind of detrimental to this 3rd down conversion for the Cougars.
1:48 on the clock. Clock is stopped after Jarnigan ran out of bounds. 1st and goal at the Concordia 4-yard line. The strongest test yet this defense has faced in this second half. And what a boost it would be for these Cougars if they were able to keep the Eagles out of the end zone here. Pistol formation. 2 men in the backfield. Jarnigan to throw. Jump ball. Corner of the end zone is caught for the touchdown. The catch is made by Josh Ruiz, and a perfectly thrown ball by Jarnigan up for grabs where his receiver could go get it. And it's a 27-0 score now in favor of Benedictine.
And that was just a height advantage there by Ruiz. Defender was too small, and then again, we've seen him go up for those jump balls a couple times. They've been targeting him, but they finally were able to convert on that one and extend their lead.
Benedictine ignoring the game situation, running their offense, continuing to throw it all around the yard. In for the extra point now is Tanner Matus. Matus's kick is up, and it is good. And with 1:40 to go, it's 28-0. One last quick break here from Concordia Stadium. Cougars will get the ball one last time. $28-0 with 1:40 to go. Carter, it's not been the Cougars' day, but as they look forward to next week against Aurora, what do you think the biggest takeaways will be from what we've seen this afternoon?
Well, first, they got to improve on the offensive side. They got to be able to finish some drives and also just string together multiple plays. They've had no energy or momentum whatsoever on the offensive end. Defensive side, there's a lot to be proud of. I mean, 28 points on the board, not what you want to see. But the schemes and everything that we've talked about earlier on has worked for the Cougars and could work against next week against a very tough Aurora team.
Samaj Jones on the return. He's taken down right around the 30-yard line. And with 1:35, if nothing else, this is a nice practice opportunity for this Cougars offense. Up against the clock, only 1:35 to go. Can they get down the field that quickly?
Coach Aubrey, again, he wants to see improvement out of this young team. A lot of guys in this, freshmen, sophomores, or people that didn't have a lot of experience because there were so many seniors last year and juniors on this team that had the experience and the playing time. So here you're just going to see a Cougars team try to string together a couple plays, run the basics correctly, and go from there.
Sepulveda back to pass. Looking long over the middle. He's got his man, and it's a catch. It's a first down, and up near midfield are the Cougars as the catch is made by Samaj James. Probably the standout player on offense today for the Cougars if you had to pick one.
Has to be. That guy has been everywhere on the field for the Cougars. He's been the number one target receiving, and he's actually turned into a pretty good runner, as we've seen, too, as they bring him into the backfield and give him some handoffs.
1:22, clock running. Ball's at the 48-yard line of the Cougars. James moves into the slot on the right side. Sepulveda back to pass. Swings it out to the right, and he missed McCaskill. Incomplete. That'll bring up second down. 1:08 to go. Second down upcoming here from the 48-yard line. Sepulveda again in shotgun. Wide to the near side is Josue. In the slot inside of him is McKinney. Sepulveda looking left, back to pass, under pressure. Sepulveda escapes, he'll run it himself and slide down right at midfield. That's a 2-yard gain, and the clock will tick down to a minute to go here. Cougars know they've got to work fast. 3rd down and 7. Sepulveda has his team at the line. 2 wide receivers each side. McCaskill, the running back. Sepulveda looking left for a quick pass, and he's thrown that out, and it's bobbled and dropped in the end. McKinney couldn't quite come up with it, and making first contact on defense was number 15, Blake Davis.
Good throw there by Sepulveda, right on the money there. But again, you got to catch one of those balls if you're McKinney right in your hands and taking it, putting it back into context here. 3rd down, that's one play you had to have. Now it's 4th down. Regardless of what the outcome of those games, those are the basic plays you have to make if you're the Cougars going forward.
4th down and 8. 39 seconds to go. Sepulveda, same formation, 2 each side. Man in motion right to left is James. McCaskill is still the running back. Sepulveda looking left, fakes the throw, goes downfield, no one's there. A miscommunication on offense, and it's a turnover on downs for the Cougars, and that will end the day offensively for CUC.
Not how you want to end the day if you're the Cougars, obviously with the 0 on the scoreboard, but there are some things that you can take away as a benefit into your next game against Aurora.
You mentioned Samaj James. You agreed as the guy who was the offensive standout. The defense had a really good second half. Who would you name as the defensive player of this game for CUC?
I mean, besides Julian Ramirez, I think Tyler Dudley as well. We might have not called his name as much, but just the presence that he brings as well in the middle linebacker position, he's been also very important. It's also Mark Hogan has had a good game as well in the secondary as well as a linebacker.
Jarnigan onto the field for one final time, and the BU quarterback will take a knee. We are inside 40 seconds, and that will be the end of that. Teams shake hands at midfield. The final score here at Concordia Stadium, Eagles 28, Cougars 0. Not the results CUC would have wanted today, but football is back here in the NAC in the spring. We are going to see some games this season, and that is the most important thing of all. The sport these guys all love so much, these fans came out to see, back on the field, happening again, particularly for the seniors who were honored today. They do get a senior season. Hopefully better results follow. But the football season underway here in 2021. Carter Gledhill, any thoughts on what we've seen this afternoon?
I mean, we knew coming into this game the Eagles won 44-0 the last time, and that was a tough task at hand last year. And coming in here, getting shut out again for another year, not what you want to see if you're the Cougars. But one thing you can look for is the next week and another opportunity to play. And you can guarantee you these guys are going to make the adjustments to compete next week as well against a very, very tough Aurora team.
Well, Carter, thanks so much. We're going to take one last break. Head coach Aubrey is coming up to the booth. We're going to talk to him in a moment here about this game today. Stay with us here from Concordia Stadium. Thanks again for joining us here for the opening day of Concordia football. For Carter Gledhill and everyone behind the scenes on our production staff, I'm Alex Campbell. Join us tomorrow. Plenty more sports on tap, women's soccer and women's lacrosse. We'll see you then.